Good day, people. You can't shame passport bros or men in general from not leaving the West. I've seen a spiral of a lot of videos from TikTok to Instagram to YouTube of a lot of haters and distractors, especially a lot of women trying to shame men into not traveling abroad. There are a lot of things that you don't understand about men and about life in general, and I'm gonna explain to you today, and I'm gonna put a stop to this mess. So first of all, you can't shame a human being from making a decision he wants to make, or he or she. It doesn't matter. You can't shame them. I mean, there used to be a time where there was shame and guilt in the society in general, right? This was a society kind of banned to make people make the right decisions. Like, there was a time where women really couldn't sleep around I'm talking about in the West, right? Where it's kind of frowned upon, where they were doing it, but they were doing it behind closed doors, because it wasn't something where there was a lot of repercussions. There was a lot of backlash that the society would have put upon them. There's a lot of society pressure to behave well, right? So back to the men, and back to just human beings in general. You can't really shame people into not going where they want to go or making decisions in life, right? But I don't understand people, especially women in the West. I don't understand why you think you could just shame men into not making decisions, into dating you if they don't want to date you. You want to shame men into accepting you with all the bad decisions that you've made. Maybe having kids by another man, having a man's kid, or multiple men, right? Or just bad decisions in general, doing drugs, not taking care of your body, not making very, very good decisions, or making decisions based on what the agenda is pushing you to make, right? You can't shame men into accepting that. I mean, it might work for some weak men, the weakest men in the society, and this is why the society is creating weak men, because weak men are easily controlled. Strong men with will, with desires, with some kind of self-esteem, with self-worth, cannot be controlled. With substance, with masculinity, with stoicism, right? You cannot bully them into doing what they don't want to do. So all these videos of women shaming men, oh, you guys are going because you're broke, you guys are going because you're dusty, you guys are going because you can get women in America, you going there because they're poor and you're taking advantage of them, you going because they're subservient and they've been pounded by the society to be submissive, and you guys are taking advantage of all these people, right? It doesn't freaking matter what you say. It doesn't matter what you say. Doesn't matter what you do. Men have had enough in the West, right? You have feminism, you have all this women empowerment, you have all these things that have been pushed upon women, which, my thing is, you could do whatever you want to do. If you want to have 5 babies by 5 different guys, fine. I don't care what you do. If you want to do it, do it. But me making videos, and this is another thing that women say. They say, well, you guys just leave. Why are you announcing it? Yeah, we're announcing it because we need other men to see and know that they have options outside of the West. Because a lot of men are still living today in this society in Western countries and don't know that they have options outside of the West. They think every country is like this country. They think every woman in every part of the world, in all the freaking 200 or 201 countries, are the same, which is not. So we are announcing it because we want men to see that they can go out and flourish outside of Western countries. We want men to see their options. We want men to exercise their options by first getting what? Getting your freaking passport. Get your passport. Guys, I've been saying this in every video, in every travel bro video. Get your passport. Get your passport. That's the first thing. Without a passport, you can't travel. You can't leave the US. If you're still watching this video today, or watching my videos, or subscribe to my channel, and you still haven't got a passport, or you're still on the fence, come on, man. What are you waiting for? Don't you see what's going on? Isn't your eyes open? All these women are saying how strong and independent they are, and how they don't need a man, and how they don't need you, and how they don't want you, and how they to hell with you, and they shame you, and they me too you, and they spam jack you, and they just treat you like shit, right? And then when you decide to leave and you make videos about it, then there's a big uproar. Ah, I guess you needed us after all. Because if you didn't need us, you wouldn't take time out to do videos about people like me that are helping other men exercise their option. You won't be doing videos about me. You won't be leaving comments in my comment section. You won't be sending me emails talking about, oh, you guys are just bashing women. No, we're not bashing women. And that's another thing about Western countries. You can't keep women accountable for nothing. You guys, all these videos that you guys make, or that you women make about passport bros, you're always shaming us. You're always bashing us. That's really bashing. There's one thing keeping someone accountable and bashing. When I say women in the West are not submissive, that's a factual statement. Every man that have dealt with women in this society can say, yes, 99% of women that I've dealt with are not submissive, are not traditional, and I want a traditional woman, right? And they're feminism, and they're not cooperative, and they're not. Most of them are not in shape, right? Most of them don't take care of themselves. A lot of them have STDs. A lot of them have STDs that they don't even know they have STDs, and because there's so much sex going on, right? It's sexual liberation. The more liberal a country is, the more you have that. The more single mothers, the more, the more bad decisions women will make. That's what it's planned to. That's what feminism was planned to do. It was planned to destroy women, to make women not pair up with a guy, because the government wanted more work slaves. So now that they have more work slaves, they need to keep the work slaves. They need chaos going. They need chaos. This is why the Pentagon and the federal government and these big corporations spend billions and trillions of dollars every year to push these agendas, right? This is what they're for. So now that you've swallowed that pill, and now that you've drank that Kool-Aid, we don't care. We are leaving. We are telling other men to leave too. It has nothing to do with women or what you have to say. What you have to say about us not leaving, it doesn't affect us, because we're gonna make our decisions. All right? I said this in the beginning of the video. No matter how you shame us, no matter what you say, it might work. Like, again, I'm gonna say this. It might work for the mama's boys, the guys that grew up in single mother homes that their mom has just destroyed them all their lives. Yeah, it might work for a few of them, but for the most majority of guys, we're getting a passport and we're leaving. And you can't shame us into leaving. Because if we're not getting what we want here, we're gonna generally, for millions of years, from the beginning of time, even in biblical times, go read the Bible, men have been migrating for better life, for better women, for better cooperation, for better treatment, for better respect. This has happened from the beginning of times. It's not gonna stop now. So all the uproar with modern women saying we're enslaving these women, nobody's enslaving these women. If you go to these countries, which most of you have never been, if you go to these countries, the guy that's selling fish on the beach, I'm on the beach right now, the guy that's selling fish, catching fish and selling fish on the beach is getting cooperation from his woman at home. It has nothing to do with us going there. These women already trained to be traditional, already trained to be cooperative. It has nothing to do with us. We're just going there to reap the benefits. We're taking our traditional selves there so that we can get traditional women. And I don't understand. You women in this, most women, not all, most women in this Western societies, you all talk about what you want a traditional man. And we want a traditional man, a man that can provide, a man that can protect, a man that can do this, a man that can do that. But none of you are traditional. There's no way you're gonna get a traditional man without being traditional and it'll work out. You might get it for a little bit, but it's not gonna work out. This is one of the reasons why the divorce rate is high here. So you cannot shame people that you're not giving what they want into leaving. How am I gonna shame someone for not giving me, how am I gonna shame someone for me not giving her what she wants and she's leaving and I'm shaming her like she's not gonna leave? Like, I'm not giving her what she wants. What do I expect? You understand what I'm saying? I'm not what she wants. I can't provide what she wants. I probably haven't been trained or from the family that can give her what she wants. I probably didn't see my own father give my mom what she wants. So why will I be able to know how to give her what she wants? This is what's going on in the West. These women don't know how. These women can't, and this is what I tell guys, these women can't give it to you. They can't give you what they don't know how to give. I mean, how can someone that grew up in a single mother home and a grandmother was a single mother and a great grandmother was a single mother, and they keep pounding into them since they were 2 and 3 years old that they don't need no man and this and that? How do you expect them to give you what you're asking for? They'll not be able to give you what you're asking for. They won't be able to give you what you're asking for. So all these women shaming you for not going and oh you're broke and dusty. How are you even broke when you can afford to travel? It doesn't make sense. It's just the need to be right. Just the need to be right. I don't understand the uproar of people wanting to leave. Why do you women have so much problem with guys wanting to just leave to find something that they want? Why? And you can't give it to them. That's the thing. It's not like you can give it to them. You say in these videos, you're not going to give it to them. You have nothing to give. So what do you care where we go? And why the uproar now? Men have been leaving for better life for millions, billions of years. I mean, if you look back, if you look at every story, every Roman Empire, every African tribe, everything was surrounding about conquering and gaining respect and going where do you're respected. I'm not gonna stay where I'm not respected. And I'm telling men right now, you shouldn't stay where you're not respected. All this shaming tactics and all this you're broke and all this, and the thing about it, all the shaming tactics are really the shaming. None of it are they're tactics. That's what they are. They're devices to try to get to you, but they're not true. Travel bros are not broke, because if you're broke, you won't be able to travel. It takes money to buy a plane ticket, get an Airbnb, spend money there, and still pay your bills back home if you live there, right? You're not dusty, because if you're dusty, you won't be getting a 10 overseas. Get to find out, maybe they think you're dusty here because they want bad boys, but you're like a straight cut guy, and you go somewhere else and you get the baddest, right? So you're not dusty, you're not broke. What else do they use? You're taking advantage of poor women. Most of these women are not poor. I mean, yeah, they have their own life, and they have their own currency, and they have their own economy. So if they get paid a certain amount of money, it's because, I mean, the cost of living is lower there. It doesn't make them poor at all. Most of these women are educated. I mean, there's just as much educated women in the US as there is in Brazil or Nigeria or Republic of Benin or Spain. So, and most of you people haven't traveled. So all these words that you're using, you're looking at what the problem with these women is. They're looking at America, and they're using that American mindset to judge women there, even though they don't even know. Most of these women shaming you from going, saying these women are this. They have a lot to say about these women, but they don't know any of these women. Most of these women haven't been anywhere. This sad, miserable, evil people. I look at these videos and I'm like, how do you know all these about these women? Have you been to these countries? No, they haven't been. And they don't care about going. They just want to shame you to stay. These same women, you approach them on the streets. You approach them to say hi, just to say hi. They'll look you up and down like, who is this idiot saying hi to me? They'll disrespect you. American women, Western women are the most disrespectful women in the world. If you haven't traveled, you wouldn't know. Trust me. If you travel, you could be a janitor and still get respect. So nothing they say, don't believe anything they say. All this conditional feminism or femininity rather, right? Conditional femininity of, oh, if you this and this and I'll be this and that. It's like a fisherman putting bait in the water to get fish. You can be feminine. You cannot be feminine. You don't know how to be feminine. Your mom wasn't. Your grandmother wasn't. Your teacher wasn't. Your college professor wasn't. Your master's degree professor with the green hair definitely wasn't. So how can you turn it on and off? You can't turn it on and off. But you try to use that to deceive the guys that haven't traveled, guys that don't know any better. But guys like me that have been to 15, 16, 17 countries, we know it's bull crap, because it's either you are feminine or you're not. So if you're not, leave guys alone, let them go. Y'all keep doing videos about us, then why are you announcing it? We're announcing it because we're talking, this is a man's channel. This is a channel to help men. Do you know how many men I've helped travel already? Do you know how many men that we travel bros have helped travel already, get their passport? You go look at the statistics of black men getting their passport in America today. It's way higher than last year and way higher than the year prior. So we're doing a good job. We're helping brothers out. We're not talking to y'all. So this is why we're announcing it. It's ridiculous, man. Y'all can't shame us from leaving. We're gone. I have no interest. I mean, there's a lot of beautiful women on this beach. I'm in Miami right now. No interest. No interest. No interest in talking to arrogant people. No interest. When I can fly somewhere else and have a better conversation. Just a conversation. Not even a date or anything. Just a conversation. I remember when I went to France. I was in Paris. I left my hotel and I was walking. I said, I'm gonna walk. I was far. I was in the 19th arrondissement. If you know about Paris, it goes in a circle like this. First, second, third, fourth. It goes like out and out and out. I was in the 19th. And I think the Eiffel Tower is in the 7th arrondissement. Go look at your map. Go look at the layout of Paris. You see what I'm saying. So I was just walking, touring, going to different museums, monuments, just to see. And when I first started traveling, that's what I was traveling for. I was traveling to see places, just to visit different places. I wasn't traveling for women specifically, although women was secondary on my agenda, but primarily I was just traveling just to see places, and then from Miami to Europe is close and the flights are cheap. From Miami to Mexico, South America, really cheap. So it's really, really affordable. Not as affordable, but for me, maybe more affordable. So I was walking in the park, met this beautiful, beautiful girl. She was in the park having lunch, reading a novel. This is what you don't see in America. How many women do you see actually read novels, read books? Don't worry, I'll wait. Yeah, don't worry, I'm still waiting. So I talked to her, introduced myself. She closed her book. I was like, should I join you for lunch? As a joke. She was like, I'm almost finished with it. She was a neuroscientist, and she was just reading a novel, and I was asking her what she was reading, and I was just asking her, hey, what else should I see while I'm in Paris? And she was like, see this, see that, have you seen this? I said, yeah, have you seen that? I said, no. You could walk through the park, and you could see the Eiffel, from the park that I was, you could see the tip of the Eiffel Tower in the distance. It was far. It was about 2.5, 3 miles away, but I could see the tip of the Eiffel Tower. So I was gonna make my way through. I got her number. We met up that night with her friends. We had a lot of fun. We had like a 30-minute conversation in the middle of the park. Just smooth conversation. No, why are you talking to me? No, ooh, let me call the police. In America, in some places, even to say hi to a woman now, I mean, you're risking a sexual assault case. So, all you women doing videos about us leaving, we just want peace of mind. A lot of us just travel just to go sit in the park and just be around peaceful people. You don't understand. You don't understand why guys are leaving, and you don't want to understand. You don't care. You don't really care, especially women here. You don't care. All the relationships here are transactional. You keep saying women over there need us for a visa and green card. But if you women really understood what we want, you know that we're not bringing those women back here. We're actually moving there. Why would we bring those peaceful women there into a chaotic, evil society like this so you can poison them? It doesn't make sense. This is why most of you don't have any kind of sense, any kind of logic. We're not bringing them back here. We never said we're bringing them back here. Any Passport Bro videos say they're bringing women back here? I haven't seen any. But yet, you women keep saying, oh, they want you for your green card. Every time I travel, every person I meet, every woman I meet, I tell them, I'm trying to move out of here. I'm trying to move here. And they give me advice of, yeah, move here. A lot of these women love their country. Every country that I've been to, and I've said I wanted to move, they've given me reasons why I should move to their country. They're not discouraging me from moving because they want to move here. Most of these women don't want to come here. You people think America is this great place where this and that. The only thing good about America is the money, and we found ways to make American dollars outside of the U.S. So a lot of you women don't understand this. You can't shame men in that aspect. And the aspect of us taking advantage of women. So if we are taking advantage of traditional women that were trained by their society and their family and their customs and values and tradition to be that way, and it's been like that from the beginning of time, how are we taking advantage of it? This is how they are. We're not taking advantage of it. So if we are taking advantage of it, are their men taking advantage of it too? Because their men get the same kind of treatment. Again, I said, in America, most of you women, oh, I want a man that makes six figure. I want a man that makes this. Everything is transactional in the U.S. You go abroad, it's all about what family you came from, what your intentions with me, right? Women there really see you for you. And then that segues me to my next point is, that segues me to my next point is, you women say it's transactional. These women don't love you. These women will never love you. You're predicting and projecting what women are here in the West as women there, because you're thinking, well, women are like that here, so women are gonna be like that there. And that tells us a lot. Do you know why? This is why. When you're saying, oh, those women never gonna love you for you, they're only gonna love you for what you can do for them, so why are you going over there for them? Then that tells us that this is exactly how you women think. So all this other BS about, oh, I'm gonna be submissive with this and that, all that is BS. So you're really saying that to take advantage of us because you really don't love us. And then you're projecting that on women abroad, even though you don't know any of these women. You've never been there. You women doing all these videos about us and try to shame us, you've never been to those countries, and you have a lot to say about these women, to the point where women are over there are beginning to do videos in response to what the videos that you women are doing about them. Oh, it's getting ugly. You go watch these Filipina women, Filipina P, and all these other women in the Philippines and Thailand doing response videos to American women, attacking them, calling them all kind of names, that they're subservient and just doormats and all this. This is why I'm telling you guys. I know some of you guys might even believe some of these women, like, oh yeah, it's true, man. Women could be, they're probably like that over there too. So why? I might as well do with a woman here. I ain't gotta go nowhere. You're giving yourself an excuse because you're feeding into the BS. This is how women get you. Women are very manipulative. This is their nature. This is their nature. This is how they are. Because they can't physically attack you. So God gave them a manipulative nature. This is why God gave us strength and brawn. Brawn and brain. Manipulation and emotion is what they have. So if you feed into that and I get your passport and travel, you might kind of buy into it a little bit. Maybe a lot, maybe not a lot, because you're already giving yourself an excuse not to go. Because you don't believe it could be on it. Like travel bros are doing all these videos. You just can't believe women can't be like that. You know, there's no way women are like that there. There's no way, because all your life you've seen nothing but toxic women. So for you to see anything outside of that, it's kind of hard for you. So so you kind of have doubt in your mind anyway, because you haven't got your passport, you haven't traveled, you haven't been to these countries. And then you try to hold on to all the bad stuff. Well, they get robbed over there too. Well, in Colombia, some of these people with the scopamine queens. But the scopamine queens, this music, I hope I don't get a copyright strike. This freaking loud music. Let me walk away from this. Yeah, but when I went to Colombia in 2017, there wasn't really much drug. There was. I didn't hear about it if there was. It's recently that the travel pookies were going there, flashing dollars and flashing this and flashing. Of course you're going to get robbed. You're getting robbed in America. So you can't give excuses of other countries of it not being a place that you want to go because of the bad stories that you hear. There's going to be way more bad stories in America than there is there. I'll tell you that much. There's going to be way worse stories in America. America is one of the most unsafe Western countries to live in the world. So for you to just take the bad stuff and say, I'm not going to travel, traveling is the best thing you can do for yourself. Once you get on that plane, once you get in that country, and you see the different layouts and you see the different languages, gosh, you kind of like, you breathe in the fresh air, you see the people, you see the mannerisms, you don't see women over-sexualizing themselves with booty shorts and this. You see structure. You would never see structure until you leave the United States. So all these women talking all this mess about, oh, you're traveling for this and you're traveling for that. I don't see y'all married. So what if we don't want to get married? It's not everybody's goal to get married. It's not everybody's goal to get married. I've literally been to countries where every woman that I messed with were marriageable material. But of course, I'm not married. Why? Because I wasn't gonna move to that country, or maybe I wasn't ready to move to that country, or maybe I didn't want marriage, even though they're marriageable material. So there's nothing that you women can do to shame us from not going. We're leaving. We're out. There's nothing here for us. The government is against us. It's a gynocentric society. We have no reproductive rights. We can't even go to work in peace and say hi to Susan without going to HR and saying, I don't like the way you said hi to me. And you get fired on the spot. You can't go to a job interview. All this music. I hope I don't get a copyright strike. You can't go to a job interview with a woman without a woman getting hired first. You can't see a commercial without a woman being strong and independent, because they're advertising and trying to tap into their emotion because of the spending power. And these women don't know that. You can't watch a movie without a 110-pound woman beating up a 6-foot man with one hand. You women don't understand why we're leaving. Of course, and you won't, because you don't care. If you cared, we won't be leaving in the first place. A lady left a comment. I said this in one of my other videos. A lady left a comment saying, oh, you don't sound American. Why don't you go back to your country? Bitch, I was born in America. I've shown my American passport. I was born here. I lived in different countries. Of course, I'm going to have different accents. And I'm a kind of a guy that picks up accents real quick. If I go to London for like 1 month, I'm already speaking British English. You know what I'm saying? So I'm that kind of person. There's nothing you can do to shame us. We don't care how many videos you do. Actually, the videos you do really expose you more, because there's a lot of videos now of women just bashing guys traveling. I don't know why you have a problem with us traveling. You didn't give a crap about us in the first place. You know, this is a long video, I know. But guys, I just want to encourage you guys. Don't let the distractors lose your focus. Don't let the haters discourage you. Don't listen to these women. They're not going to give you anything. They're not going to give you anything. They want you to be here miserable with them. And we're not. We're leaving. And for you women still watching this, I'm going to say this again. This is a man's channel. I'm here to help men travel. I've been to so many different countries, and there's so much more to see. So this is not for y'all. This is for us. This is for us. Please like, subscribe, and please share this video. Share this video with someone that needs encouragement, right? And also, my email is below. Send me an email if you need consultation, if you want to travel. I'm moving out of the US very soon. I'm gonna make videos about that. I have a lot of more videos to come. I'm trying to be more consistent with dropping videos. But if you're watching this and you haven't got your passport, your next appointment should be at the passport office. The post office, that is. No dates, no taking women out, no chasing women around to get tail. The amount of sex you get it doesn't validate you as a man. Trust me, you're talking to a man that has a body count of at least 180. At least. I lost count after a while. I've been around. I've been around. It doesn't faze you. Trust me. The amount of women that you have sex with doesn't make you a man. Who you are, the values you stand for. Someone like Kyrie Irving, someone that stands on something, someone that knows they're gonna lose a lot, but stands on principles. Someone's to say no. I'm gonna say no to the women here because I deserve respect, and I'm gonna go somewhere way far away just to get respect. That's what a man is. Not all these women tell you what a real man is. A real man to pay for first date. Or a real man to pay for my bills. A real man to do this. A real man to also not travel overseas to get better options. That's not a real man. No woman can tell you how to be a real man. These women don't even know how to be women. How can they tell you how to be a man? This is what happens when the whole society, most of the society is raised by single women. They think they can tell you how to be a man. This doesn't happen in other countries. This doesn't fly in other countries. This is why these women go to other countries and they don't get any dating options. Go watch these videos. There's a lot of videos of women going to foreign countries and complaining about the dating options. So let me get this straight. You women have bad dates in America, and you're also traveling and you're also having bad dates or not getting dates at all. Because I've seen videos of women went to Spain and Europe and and so many other countries and they lived there for 2, 3, 4 years, and because you're the worst. Modern women, feminist modern women are the worst women to date. Why would someone date you when they have their women that are more cooperative, that won't give them any stress? It doesn't make any sense. So I'm about to stop this video now. Like, subscribe. Again, please like, subscribe, and share my channel. Share my channel. I need this channel to grow because I'm gonna start traveling. I'm gonna start dropping videos from where I'm traveling to, so that you guys can see an insight of other countries. And I might do some interviews with some women there too. So stay tuned. Thank you guys. Peace out. Until another time.